Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. You know, we love having this front porch where we can entertain, and recently we had a great event here, but one thing we don't like is when grease gets on the concrete and it gets really tough to get that out. Well, we think we found a great solution. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. Recently, we had the great experience of hosting a wedding here with some incredible Puerto Rican food. But you know, when you have a wedding, there's a couple of things that happen. Number one, there's buttercream frosting for the wedding cake and the cupcakes for the kids, and that gets dropped on things. And then there's oil that's in the meats and some of the sauces, and some of that ended up right on our slab right here. Well, we tried several things to get this right out of here, and you know, in the future, we'll probably seal this because we don't want to have this happen again. But getting these stains out, they're very, very stubborn. The first thing we tried was Dawn Dishwashing Liquid, and this is great for cutting grease when you're doing the dishes. But what we found is when you put it on stains like this and let it set, that it essentially starts to loosen this, but because it's still liquid, you can just see there that it just sets on top, kind of spreads out a bit. And then when you go to get it off of there, you got to wet it down and then it just turns sudsy. And when you're all done, the stains are still there. The stains were unimpressed with that approach. Well, the second thing we tried was this Zep product, which this is my go-to for cleaning my hands. Doesn't matter if I've been working on greasy farm equipment or the car, or even latex or oil-based paints. This stuff really works and does well. So I said, what the heck, let's give it a shot. We'll put it on some of these grease stains as well. Well, to be honest with you, it really cut into it, but the problem is it also stays moist, and all it does is make the stain bigger and spreads it out because the concrete is porous and it soaks it back in. So then I went online and looked around and said, what else is out there? And someone said, hey, you really should try oven cleaner. That was a waste of time. So we finally came up with something that really works out pretty well. And let me point out this product that's made by Goof Off, their concrete cleaner and oil stain remover. Now, this product makes several claims right here on the label. First of all, it says, works the first time. Down here it says it's a concentrated formula, it's easy to use, and it removes oil and grease, and that you can use it either in a diluted form for general concrete cleaning or put it directly on the stain. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put some of this on the stain, and it's pretty chilly out here right now. We're getting, it's probably the mid-30s Fahrenheit right now. So we have temperature to work with as well. We're going to daub this onto some of these. Now, the big thing that works here when we come back tomorrow is you're going to find the difference between this and the other products is that it goes on liquid like this. But what will happen is overnight it will dry as it pulls the stain out of the concrete, and then you brush it away. Well, we're just going to let it do its work overnight. We'll return tomorrow and let's see if it really does what I promised you it will do. Okay, we're back. It's been overnight, and it was actually freezing last night. It was below 32. So I was curious to see if that would affect this actually turning to a powder and drawing out the stain, and it didn't. This just went dry to a powder, didn't redistribute the stain. Let's brush that off. Remember, the color of what these were was like this, like this. So let's just see what it did. Here we go. So as you can see, it didn't take them completely off, but it did lighten them. So what I'll end up doing is putting more on here. Now, this is also good for motor oil under your car. And if you're curious about what you get for about $15 from the container, you get something that covers about 3 square foot, 3 foot by 3 foot. But as you can see, some of those times you may need to reapply it. The other spots that we did out of the area, that was the second application. It was noticeably lighter. So we think we found an overall great solution until we make the decision whether to seal this stain or whatever. We trust that you'll find this to be helpful. You know, another thing that really happens that is problematic is you end up with pots and pans that have got these horrible grease stains or areas that you can't clean off. Well, we have a great secret. Dirt Farmer Maggie uses Barkeeper's Friend. Take a look at this review where she shows you almost the magic of this product and what it does for household cleaning. And then check out this other video that YouTube thinks is perfect for you. Until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com.